3,000 cubic yards, a little over 10 hours on the machine. I've put this thing through lifting heavy clay, boulders, rocks, light material. I have an opinion on the machine now, and I think that you guys are really gonna wanna hear it. All right, we made it, and check out this place. First off, I want to start with my condolences to the family that actually lost their home. It is really sad what happened here to this house. These people lost their home. It went up in flames, and first off, condolences go to that. So don't let my humor and stuff like that overtake the fact that this is actually something that happened to a family that's super tragic, and we're happy that we could be here, help them out, get the house all cleaned up so they can start the process of rebuilding their home. This would have been the front. This section here is still standing. We are taking it, but we're taking it to a place that actually takes this kind of material. You can't just take this stuff and burn it and dump it. I know 20, 30 years ago, it was kind of a different story. You could kind of take houses that you were demolishing and, you know, dispose of them in a different way, but now there's a proper way of getting rid of it, the right way, and that's what we do here. You think it'll lift it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good weight set.
This is a brand new JCB 220X model. So it's actually, he was just saying, because it's from Britain and it's actually about 23.8 ton, but it's classified as a 22 ton. This is Tyler. He got a hold of me through Instagram, and I was actually just explaining, I think on my Instagram, the fact that like you're one of the first ones out of a dealership that actually understand the value of social media and being able to showcase such an interesting product like this.
Yeah, so as I was talking to you about, I went to school for marketing and social media, and it's a lot easier to reach a customer base than knocking on doors, that's for sure. And
exactly, man.
Hopefully going to help us out and be able to showcase how good this thing actually is.
I'm excited. So maybe we'll just start kind of like at the back and then work our way and then go inside the cab and just tell us, you know, specifications, kind of info that is, you know, unique to this product, or just that you find is kind of interesting or cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Obviously the counterweight sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
In this area here, obviously there's a little mark. This is our demo unit.
Yeah.
So there's some hours on it, that kind of thing. This part sticks out here, so this part here is easier to take care of than this part here. Some of the parts are interchangeable. It's built for longevity. It's built for resale. It's built for the customer. To be able to take care of their machine a little bit better.
Yes, nice.
JCB engine.
Wow, JCB makes their own motor.
Yeah, so we make a lot of our own engines, that kind of thing.
So does this have the DEF fluid in it?
It does have DEF, it does not have DPF.
Okay.
So you don't have a DPF filter, you don't have to worry about regen, that kind of thing. It's just straight up DEF, diesel fuel, and go.
Nice.
Yep.
The cab's really nice. I like the grab bars and everything in the inside.
Yeah, so this is their new cab. It's built to be quieter. It's built for more operator comfort, and it is our take on a smart cab. So it's Bluetooth compatible. You obviously got the monitor in there. You set it in the cab. You want flail mower, you want mulching head. You press the flail mower, you press the mulching head button, or you press the hammer button.
Very tool specific.
Yep. Yeah. So obviously with that there is a memory in it as well for your hydraulic flows. That way you're not, I was out at a shovel the other day and we were having to play with flows and stuff like that, so it's just that much easier.
Yeah. Wow.
Than our previous JS series excavators.
And people watching, I'm 6'3", so I'm not a small guy, and this is very roomy actually, like, and the glass everywhere. Wow.
So there should be a key on towards the back, and then your push button.
Wow. And then those are your lights here.
Yep.
Throttle up, throttle down, your AC. rabbit mode, I'm guessing for track,
Yep.
speed, stuff like that.
Yep.
And then these are just the joysticks that come with it then?
Yeah, absolutely. Those come stock.
Nice.
I'm not sure if the auto is set right now, but you can go ahead and set that up.
Maybe I'll walk over to the pile and just pull some stuff.
Yep.
Wow, that is really quiet. Wow. I can't even justify how smooth that this feels traveling. And just so everyone knows, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, everything's off. I'm gonna tell you guys what I genuinely think about it. I'm just saying stuff as I'm kind of going here. So we're taking our first bucket. How many hours am I allowed putting on it?
If you can keep it below 20, I'd be very, very happy.
Okay, 20. 20 it is. We'll go to 19. Tyler from Reese, JCB. I'll put all their info down below in the description. I guess just link to your guys' website and maybe to your social media, Reese.
Absolutely. Yep.
All that stuff's down there. Go show them some love. And if you guys are from Ottawa, you guys want to talk, because you guys also sell farm equipment, right?
Yeah, so we're a Case IH dealer. We have Mahindra compact tractors. We have Cub Cadet. We have Hustler. We kind of do it all. We're full service.
So any of that stuff, description down below. Tyler, thank you, dude. Obviously, with everything going on in the world right now, we can't shake hands, but thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate it just as much as you do.
Sweet, man. All right, we'll give this thing, put it to the test. Okay, couple hours on the machine, and I just wanted to update you guys, give you my first kind of real thoughts with it. Obviously at the end of the day, because I'm casting a bunch of material, I'll give you guys a big kind of update on pros and cons and what I think. Figured I'd get some clips of running it. I'm getting a little better on it here now. I really like it. The only slow part is the bucket part, but other than that, man, it's quick. This completely blew my expectations. Let's start with outside the cab, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about the pros and the cons and what I think about this machine. And before, obviously, I know that I might have said this earlier in the video, my opinion is totally unbiased. I'm not paid. I wasn't told to say good or bad things. I told Tyler when he dropped it off, I said, dude, I'm gonna tell you honestly what I think of the machine. And I said, you need to be prepared for that. You guys have seen, I've tried Bobcat before, Cat, and I give you guys my honest opinions. If we don't like something, and one thing with this channel and with you guys that are watching right now, I don't ever want to push something to you guys that I don't think is good, so I would never lie to you guys. One of the first things that I really like on the outside of the machine is this grip that they have walking up to the cab. It's not painted, and it sometimes in the morning with morning dew, stuff can get slick, and I really like that they didn't paint this and they left it really grippy. So that's a really good thing. The tracks being wide, it is a very stable machine and it's weighted really well. Meaning it's balanced whenever you have your boom fully extended. Mind you, I know we don't have a thumb or any kind of heavier stuff on the front, and we just have a tooth bucket on it, but this machine, the way it's set up right now, is weighted very nice and it's balanced perfectly. Walking around the backside of the machine, one thing that I think would improve this machine is if it was a zero swing. So that's kind of a minor thing, and I know that this machine it isn't just a zero swing. I know that that's just like an actual completely different machine that you have to get. But one thing that I found was the counterweight. You really have to watch it on this machine. It is super quiet, and although that exhaust tip is massive, this machine, when it's running, I think is like 107 decibels, and inside the cab, it's 67 decibels. We're gonna go inside the cab right now, and I wanna show you guys my favorite stuff about it. Before we do that, I do wanna say, guys, the color of this machine is probably my favorite visually machine that we've ever had here at the yard. As you can tell, it's kind of a different color than any like Komatsu. Mind you, that's a little dirty, but it just pops. Like the color of it, it's like a neon orange almost. I really love the color of it, and people that have came to the yard or have seen it in the yard have said, man, that machine really pops. So visually wise, I give it a definite 9 out of 10. Starting on the outside of the cab, one really important small feature that I really like, and I may have said this before, but it has a windshield wiper down on this lower one. And if you're someone who's ever digging material down below you, you'll know that this bottom window is what you're looking out of. And sometimes if it's raining and you don't have a windshield wiper, it's hard to see. So that's a really nice addition to have a windshield wiper on that with windshield washer fluid to be able to clean it. Okay, coming into the cab here, this to me is where the machine really shines. To kind of just talk about the visuals of the cab before we get into the mechanics of it, or the logistics of the machine and how it runs in cab. Visually, this machine is super nice. As you guys can see, the vents all have the yellow accents. The seats have yellow stitching. There's nice yellow grab bars on the sides. It visually is a really nice machine on the inside as well. So as I was saying before, this machine really kind of caters to the operator, as your controls are all over here. When you're operating, and before I was like, oh, it kind of sucks because the radio head is actually behind you right here, but all your controls for the radio and everything are actually right here. So if I want to listen to the radio, I just turn that on. Really? Obviously with copyright, I can't play it. You can mute it. Your AC controls and everything, you guys can see here, it's changing the AC. And it pumps. It has a lot of vents everywhere, underneath, here, behind. It's really nice. Your lockout buttons are all over here on this side, and you actually control this tablet with this little spin knob here. So you can go in here, see, like that. So, and you can actually select different attachments. So you want an attachment, you can put different presets. So I could have this as HORAM, you know, whatever other attachments that you want to have on here, you go through and select them. You go down to your climate, display settings, machine settings. You can put on cushion control, put on priority from your boom to your slew, your work lights, auto stop, auto idle, Bluetooth. You can control that all through here. So you really have no excuse. It's super hands-free and very modern. And that's what Tyler was saying when you guys watched the part of the video where he was saying, you know, it kind of caters to the operator. It's modern. And they really nailed it on this one, I think. The only thing I would say is I would like the joysticks to be a little bit higher, because I'm used to the Komatsu where the joysticks come up to about here, and I hold kind of the tops of the joysticks. That's how I run it. Normally, some people hold them like this. Seat is super comfy. It's air seat. We'll go ahead and close. There's a nice little grab bar here. Close her up. Key. Press push button start. It's in warm-up mode right now, and it's running. We'll crank it up. That's full throttle. And I'm talking to you guys like, I'm not sitting here talking like this. I'm just talking to you guys at a normal pace right now. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just show you guys going through some motions and talk about the actual operation of the machine and the smoothness of the hydraulics, which is another strong point on this machine. When I was running this in the yard, I had a lot of people stop and actually ask me and be like, man, I was like, have you ran that thing before? And I said, no. And they said, wow, well, it's super smooth. And I could not agree more. We're, you know, like I was saying about the tracks, it's a super level machine. Like, it's balanced really well. And I think that plays with the hydraulics. But, you know, you could sit here and pull grade all day long with this machine, and the hydraulics are not jerky at all. They almost kind of correct jerkiness because, you know, full disclosure, I'm not some amazing crazy operator, but the hydraulics on this machine, like if you operate excavators, you know that sometimes, like when you fully extend your boom and you start from fully extended, you kind of get that first little wobble. This kind of takes it all out. The smoothness of the hydraulics is something that really surprised me, and the speed of it is really nice too. So just going through the hydraulics here right now, there's no kind of sloshing around. And as you guys can see kind of here, you have your camera view. The camera, the exposure is a little low. I'm sure that that's a setting that we can fix, but that's one thing that I did notice is the exposure on the camera needs to be a little bit higher. It hides the shadows, so it's darker. So if they could lift the shadows and expose the camera a little more, then that would be really awesome. So let's step outside the machine, shut things off, and I'll give my final thoughts. Things that I really like. The in-cab caters to the cab, the operator. All your controls are laid out on the side, as I just finished explaining. Hydraulics are super, super, super smooth. The visuals of this machine, even the way I know it probably looks on camera right now, it just pops. That's a huge bonus to me as well. I really like that. I'm a big fan of brand and marketing, and this machine with the KWC logo slapped on the side of it would look really badass. Some things I didn't like was the size of the counterweight. I did think that it was, you know, a little excessive, a little large, but again, I know that that's just not this type of machine. It's not a zero swing, so that full disclosure, that might not even be an argument that I'm allowed to make, but that's just what I think. One thing I forgot to mention as well is the fuel economy on this machine. The fuel economy was unbelievable. I had this thing like pulling heavy clay all yesterday, and I think all afternoon I maybe burnt, I'm gonna say 100 liters, and I was putting this thing to the test. It holds 350 liters though. I'm making an Instagram story with a truck pulling in here. You guys are watching it right now. Filming the final review on the JCB. All in all, this was a really great machine, and it blew my expectations out the door. My expectations when this first came into the yard was, oh, JCB's gonna be kind of cheaper, junky. And listen, that was honestly what I thought. I don't know why I thought that, as I've never driven a JCB in my life, but that expectation after about an hour and a half in this machine went completely out the door. Those are just my thoughts on it. I want your guys' opinion on what you thought. Did you guys pick up on anything? Did I miss anything? Other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and make sure to stay tuned because we have an insane video coming out Friday. And if you guys follow us on Instagram, then you know that we made a big purchase and we finally got arrival of the big purchase. Big week here at KWC. I want to thank you guys for coming along. Make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Whew. And of course, I didn't forget about you guys, the true ones, the true patriots of the channel that watch the entire videos just like this to the very end, which is right now. And if you happen to be one of those true patriots, I want you guys to comment down below, blow my mind. Why blow my mind? Well, this JCB 222X series actually completely blew my mind, and I completely now have a different outlook on JCB machines. So if you guys watch the entire video to the very end, comment down below, blow my mind. I appreciate it. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, JCB. Thank you guys for watching and following along on this crazy journey of Ken White construction. And we'll make sure to catch you guys on the next one. Take care.